What's up? So, I just watched Legend of Sirius, or Sirius no Densetsu. It is a Japanese animated children's movie, an anime children's movie. You might call it one of those things. From the 80s. It is really reminiscent of kind of Disney movies of the same era, maybe a little bit before in Disney because they're probably catching up, knowing anime. They kind of were catching up to what Disney was doing at this time in terms of their children's entertainment, especially if you go back even further. But we're not going to do a lesson on Japanese animation history right now. But definitely reminds me of these Disney movies and its animation style and its plot and its storytelling and its kind of like its character designs too a little bit. It definitely is reminiscent of these kind of classic, I don't know if it's Golden Age Disney movies, kind of reminiscent of like Little Mermaid type stuff. But yeah, I had a really good time with it. I thought it was a pretty enjoyable watch, a pretty heartfelt watch. I was really impressed by a lot of the animation cuts in it. I think what's the animator's name? Is it I'm gonna mess this up and people are gonna fucking flame me for it. Yoshiaki Kawajiri, I think. Is that his first name? Kawajiri is one of the animators on this movie, and though I couldn't even tell you what shit he's worked on because I'm a fucking idiot and I don't do my research before I go into this. I just turn on the camera and start blabbering about some anime movie like I know what I'm talking about. I don't know shit. But I know he's some big wig famous animator, and I know he worked on this movie because when I looked at the Mal page, I just quickly saw his name, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I know, I heard of that guy. He's an important dude, I think. I don't know, but yeah, he worked on this movie, and if he did a lot of the animation, he did a damn good job because there are some beautiful cuts in this movie, especially when the characters are kind of just like floating around, flipping around, because this takes place mostly in water. It's not like exactly the Little Mermaid, but a lot of it takes place in water. There's parts when they go outside of water, but all it is there's two groups. There's the sea, and then there's the land. And in the sea, there's the clan of water, and then there's the clan of fire on land. The clan of fire are a bunch of fairies that have the fire queen, who's like the fairy queen, and they're fire children. And then there's the water children, who are part of the water clan, like the water king. And there's a prince, and then there's a princess. Princess is supposed to become the queen. The prince is supposed to become the king. And the clans both hate each other. But the princess and the prince, they meet each other and they fall in love. And oh boy, it's Romeo and Juliet all over again because they're not supposed to love each other. So they have this forbidden love, and they're like, we want to figure out a way for us to love each other because y'all know these two fucking groups don't hate each other for no reason. It's some long bullshit history that all started because one guy said one thing and fucked everything up, and now they hate each other for no reason. So you've seen it a million times. It's some Romeo and Juliet ass shit. But it's fine. It's fine because it's a Disney movie. You can have these traditional, simple plots. Disney does it all the time. I know it's not exactly a Disney movie, but if you think of it in that kind of way, it's really easy to forgive because it's kind of lovable. The characters behave in ways that make me smile and make me happy, and the little romance that happens is really good. And the little sidekick character for the water boy, I think his name is Teak, he's adorable and just makes me smile. It actually opens with a scene of Teak waking up and doing his little morning routine, and it's really adorable, and I love it. And it just looks really good. It's really lively, and the first minute or two doesn't have any dialogue, and it's just Teak waking up. And they do a really good job of just having really expressive emotions and fluid animation. It just looks really good a lot of the time. And the motion is just good. And even then, on top of that, there's background art. And a lot of the scenes, the background art in the ocean or in the kind of the fairy kingdom, sometimes it looks pretty bland, but other times it looks fucking awesome. And I really gotta commend the movie for that because when it shines, it really shines. And when it doesn't shine, it's just fine. So it never really goes into a place of really terrible ugliness. And it also surprised me a lot of the time with some of the things that were happening as the plot went on. You just see there's this one woman with this giant fucking hand reaches out of a typhoon and just kind of grabs at the main guy, at the water boy, and you're just like, oh shit, what's happening? I was like, damn. And there's some surprisingly dark moments too that are kind of reminiscent of something you might see in, like, we're going to talk about Disney movie again, like The Lion King, with like the Scar's lair with the hyenas and whatnot. That when you're a kid, like, scares the shit out of you. But as you grow older, you just realize, oh yeah, this is actually just dark, and it was reasonable for me to be scared, kind of stuff like that. It's pretty dark, grim drawing sometimes, and pretty dark styles that are pretty well done, and they pass as being creepy, which is what they were going for. And though maybe it's not exactly suitable for children, I think movies like this and like Disney movies are best seen multiple times as you grow up, because there's always something to gain from them. And I think if I'd watched this as a child, I would have been scared at that. But I think there would have been other things that I'd fallen in love with had I seen this movie as a child, like I did with Disney movies. And so I know I keep comparing this movie to Disney movies, but they really are similar. So I can't say I'm going to recommend this to everyone. I had a really good time with it. And if you're someone that likes kind of classic Disney movies and the charm of those movies a lot of the time, maybe you think some of the plots are bland or the animation doesn't stand out. This movie, I think, is better in terms of animation than a lot of Disney movies, though it has been a while since I've seen most of these era of Disney movies. The animation in this movie is really good. I like a lot of the designs a lot. They're pretty beautiful a lot of the time. I think it really stands out over Disney movies. Plots kind of on par, kind of whatever. It's your basic Romeo and Juliet affair kind of bullshit. It's nothing special. But if you like the charm, if you like good animation in the style of Disney, and you just like that classic Disney feel, then this movie might do something good for you. I definitely liked it a lot. So that's it. That's all I got for this one. Next time we're going to be watching The Enemies Are the Pirates, or The Enemies the Pirates. It's an OVA series from 1990, 6 episodes long, so it's a little bit longer than our traditional Tope fare. So definitely take your time aside to check that out if you're going to check it out for the next episode. And yeah, that's all I got for this episode. So I will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye. Whoa.